Hello there, good evening. Welcome to Tuesday's programme. I'm Anne Davis, thanks for joining me. So first tonight, as the war in Iran goes on, well, we're just starting to see how it's beginning to impact us here in the East Midlands. Spikes in fuel prices, they're causing uncertainty for many businesses and consumers. And in places like the Derbyshire Dales, where more than half of residents use heating oil, concerns are growing about what costs may be coming down the road. Our reporter James Lewer has been out today to gauge the mood.
Uncertainty and volatility. The impacts of the war in the Middle East are beginning to find their way closer to home, here at the petrol pumps, but also beyond. This freight company in Nottingham delivers products by road, rail, air and sea internationally. They've seen the knock-on effects from other international conflicts in recent years, and they're seeking a balanced approach to the current situation.
We've endured multiple crises, whether that's COVID, the challenges when Brexit first occurred, or the Ukraine war or cost of living crisis. So we're getting used to this kind of state of perma-crisis. And I would say when we're talking about the increases we face, if they find their way onto consumers, you're talking about maybe, a 1 or 2% cost implication maximum, and therefore people don't need to be ultra concerned about it at the moment.
And for farmers in our region, they're also preparing for what could come down the track.
We're coming into a very busy time of year. The tractors are going out on the fields now, spreading manure, getting the fields ready for silaging later on in the year. And these things all take a lot of fuel and can have massive impacts on the costs that we incur as farmers.
Rural communities like the Derbyshire Dales also rely on heating oil, with their prices uncapped and around half of people in the area using it.
We had contact from a lady who's 9 months pregnant, and she ordered oil from a supplier online, and that's one that was cancelled, and she doesn't know how she's going to be able to afford more oil at the moment, and her baby is due any day.
And what do people make of it on the streets of Nottingham?
It makes it uncertain for everyone else, and people are already struggling, so we're going to be struggling more, but that's not going to stop those up higher putting all the prices up.
Must be very worrying for a lot of people, because there's so many pressures on cost of living.
Considering that they've backlogged it, they've got a backlog of diesel from months ago, so why is it going up now?
So we're using fuel. You can't stop using fuel. The country can't stop using fuel. We have to keep on best we can.
As for the future of energy security, attention is turning to how we can now prepare better so that international shocks are minimised.
Once again, we're seeing how the UK is kind of disempowered when these global energy shocks occur. And this is why we need to think about that transition to those green technologies.
What lies ahead remains unclear for now, as resilience is put to the test. James Lewer, BBC East Midlands Today.